TK, I got some talk-aboutables for you today.
Let's talk about them.
Well, a few episodes ago, we talked about the 80-20 rule. I wanted to expand on that because I think it goes well beyond our time, which you often talk about the 80-20 rule with respect to our time. How am I spending my time? But the 80-20 rule applies to almost everything in our lives. 20% of your clothes you wear 80% of the time. That means 20% of your shirts you wear 80% of the time. 20% of your pants you wear 80% of the time. 20% of your accessories, of your jewelry, of your handbags, of your watches, you wear 80% of the time. 20% of the things you own is what you use 80% of the time. One might even say that 20% of your friends are who you spend 80% of your time with. 20% of the things that you focus on have 80% of the significance or the importance in your life. It's not that the other 80% of the things that we wear, the things that we do, the friends in our lives are bad. But sometimes we hold on to relationships, or we certainly hold on to old clothes, old furniture, old kitchen appliances, old sheets and towels and blankets and hygiene products, accessories that we're holding on to just in case. And we never use those things, or we use them so rarely that they've become clutter. And so why not appreciate the 20% of the things that we use more and really expand on those? Maybe it could be not the 80-20 rule, but 20% of my things that I own, I get rid of all those other things that are in the way. Now all of a sudden, I just use 100% of my things because that other 80%, I got it out of the way.
That right there is the power of minimizing, man. That has done wonders for me professionally. When I realized that 80% of the value I was creating was coming from only 20% of the things I was doing, it made me step back and say, well, why is that only 20%? Why am I wasting so much energy and effort doing things where I am highly replaceable? And then I just started to focus on those things. What are those things that make me indispensable? What are those areas where I'm difficult to replace? Can I make that 30%? Can I make that 50%? Can I negotiate that upward to 80%? And when you do that, you're saying no to meetings. You're saying no to things that you may not be great at. And it looks like you're just saying no. But after a while, you start to show up really, really powerfully in those areas where you're getting the value from. And so it's like, you actually get to get more out of that 80%.
Yeah, and it made me also start to question the other 80%. Why am I clinging to this other 80%? Just because it's volume and it's there, but I'm not getting any use out of it. And if it turns out that 20% of my clothes I'm wearing 80% of the time, it's probably also true that those 20% of the clothes that I wear, I could wear 100% of the time. And I could just let go of everything else that I don't enjoy as much. Did you enjoy this standalone Patreon highlight? If so, you can listen to full episodes of the Minimalist Private Podcast, available exclusively on Patreon. Visit patreon.com/theminimalists or click the link in the description. Your support keeps our podcast and YouTube channel 100% advertisement free.